Leo, hi, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, I'm your host Tina. Welcome to my channel. Today we are doing your upcoming weekly tarot. This one is for February 15th to the 21st. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you have a really great upcoming week. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, see what's happening for you. Now, if you're new, I do pull two layers. The first one will give us the general energies that are happening for you this week, and then we will go in and clarify with a second layer. I also pre-shuffle, but I like to do it here with you as well. Helps me tune into your energies. All right, it's for Leo, February 15th to the 21st. Let's see what's happening for you. We're going to stop here. We have the Two of Swords at the bottom, but let's go ahead and see. Yeah, something went wrong here. We're feeling it this week. We are feeling it this week. Two of Swords is at the bottom. It can just feel like you're at a crossroads. It can feel like you're stuck as well. Two fives came out right off the bat. But in the recent past, we have the Fool here. We have the Fool. So this is about like embarking on a completely new journey. A total new beginning here. You know, there's a sense of like innocence with the Fool as well. Because we're going to go in and I just feel like maybe, I don't know, for some of you it could have just been feeling like you were naive in a situation or you didn't see something coming. I don't know, there is a little feeling of that. We will go in and clarify. The overall energy, however, is the Six of Swords. So this is really you trying to move on, trying to transition here. You're like trying to basically not be stuck anymore. Having the mental strength and the mental capacity to know that it is in your best interest at this point to move on, but you're still feeling the energies. Absolutely. You know, this for a lot of you is definitely could be with a person who you have a lot of sweet memories with, right? That's why maybe I feel like something kind of took you by surprise. It really didn't turn out the way you'd hoped. The situation is the Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords is here, so I apologize, but it's the Five of Cups. This is the current situation right now, is the Five of Cups. There's a sadness here, right? It's a feeling of loss. Right now, like this week, you're trying to like, basically because of the Six of Swords, you are in a state of transition. And so you're trying to really look at the bright side of things, right? Or at the very least, you're trying to pick up the pieces and keep it moving so you don't sit and swim in the energy that you have been in. But something here really didn't turn out the way you'd liked. With the Fool, I don't typically say it, but it does feel a bit like that energy this week where you just feel like you may have been naive, or you could feel like you were innocent, or you really couldn't see this coming. You could not predict this. You would have never thought this. It's that kind of energy. In the challenge position, we have the Five of Swords. It really just feels like there was a falling out here. It's a falling out. Or maybe, you know, with that sense of naive, maybe it's a feeling of like, were you lying to yourself, right? You know, please take what resonates, but we have to read the energies. But it's just, you know, the Five of Swords is ruled by Venus, and it's just, it's usually a falling out with the people that we love, right? Could have been a fight here that nobody really won, right? Nobody really left feeling great. It's that kind of energy. Where your mind is at and what you're focused on here is justice. Basically, like, you know, justice is a card of cause and effect, right? And so you're just like feeling like something was really unjust here. I just feel like a real loss, something truly feeling gone wrong here. And you didn't see it coming. For some reason, I feel like it took some of you by like complete surprise. You did not see it coming. But whatever this was, it changed you because your approach here is death. Death is in your approach. This is letting go of an old familiar self. It's an ending, right? Death really represents rebirth, but it's a transmutation, right? It's kind of like the snake that sheds the old skin that they have outgrown. And even with the Six of Swords, I just feel like you know something's no longer serving your highest good, right? Whether it's whatever the situation is, whether there's an element of you, your personality, anything like that, right? You know, death is really growth because we've outgrown a situation, a certain way of being. You know, for a while, it was there to serve you. For a while, it helped you survive. It helped you get by. But now you're in this place where it's no longer good for you. In the environment, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is generally such a sweet energy. It's a very like compassionate energy. It's a nostalgic energy. But when I look across, I see the Fool, I see the Five of Cups, and I see the Six of Cups. So I just feel like, yeah, this is a person who you do have a lot of sweet memories with. Really sweet memories with. Like you look back and you have fond memories. You can even miss them. You can miss the way things were, right? So it's generally a very positive, it's like one of my favorite cards actually, the Six of Cups. But when I see it connected with the Five of Cups and the Fool, things are not what they used to be. And I just feel like there was a turn of events here that just feels like a loss. But now you're in this place where you're trying to really move on, right? Emotionally, energetically, mentally. Coming towards you, we have the King of Pentacles. Can absolutely be an earth sign here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know, this is the investor type energy. It's the entrepreneur as well. This is a person who's like, takes care of their family. It's a very dedicated, it's a very stable, it's a very committed energy that's coming towards you. It's a very positive energy. All right, Leo, let's go in and clarify. Let's see what's happening here. Oh God, the Knight of Swords fell out, but I'm not going to take it. I want to give these a few little shuffles here to clarify. God, the cards are talking. The Tower's at the bottom. The Hermit came out. All right, honestly, if it happens again, I'm taking it. If it happens again, I am taking it. But let's see. Yeah, I just feel like something really took you by surprise. Like you just like, again, there's that sense of like feeling like you may have been naive, or like, I don't know, like were you taken as a fool, right? And I don't typically say that with the Fool card, but like seeing it next to Justice, the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, and Death. What else can you take it for, right? All right. All right, Leo, let's see. We're going to stop here. The Lovers is at the bottom. Okay. That's also like a card of like a crossroads, right? Six of Swords came out twice. King of Pentacles came out twice. It's a very stable energy coming your way. If it's not an energy, then it's a very stable person coming your way. Yeah, the Lovers is at the bottom. I think it just feels more like a crossroads for you than anything. This could have felt like a divine partnership as well. Like you could have felt like this partnership was meant to be. Again, something truly did not turn out the way you'd hoped. And I don't want to say like, because we always have high hopes, right, in new situations, but this is not a new situation. And that's why there's like that surprise element. That's why there's that like naive element, because you're like, I thought I knew this person. I thought I could rely on the situation. It's kind of like that, right? But you never truly know anybody. Even we surprise ourselves, if we were to be honest. Recent past, we have the Seven of Wands with the Fool. You know, Seven of Wands with the Fool, I just feel like, you know, the Seven of Wands definitely speaks of like having to defend your position, right? Having to defend yourself against other people. But really the overall energy with me is like you see these Six Wands at the bottom and you see you at the top. And it's kind of like you versus them. It's just like, when I say you versus them, it's like you're not even on the same team, basically, right? But you're having to defend where you stand, right? It's needing courage, and you have had it. But it just feels like a lack of being on the same side, right? Playing for the same team here is what it really feels like. A lot of passion and fire came through when we pulled the second layer, clarifying the overall energy, which was the Six of Swords. We got the Ace of Wands here. This is you really ready to have a fresh start here, a personal reboot, Leo. And it's not just wanting it, it's also having the willpower to see it through and to manifest it, to bring it to life here. That's where you're headed. Like literally, that's where the Six of Swords is going. It's ready to like, it's tired of carrying some heaviness. It's tired of dealing with whatever the situation has been. No, is it totally behind you? Those Six Swords, yeah, even though your thoughts are organized now, and you have the mental capacity, you're still kind of carrying it with you. But where are you headed? You're headed to a much more calm place, and you're headed to a place where you're ready to like refuel the inner flame within you, right? Feel good about life, feel excited, and, you know, bring that vitality and that fun and the fire back in for yourself. All right, the situation is the Five of Cups paired with the Page of Wands. I just feel like you're starting to entertain a whole new direction here. You're really starting to entertain it. I don't think you're there just yet, but you are certainly open to it now. I think it's like a direction that you may have never considered in the past, honestly. I don't think you would have ever thought that you'd be here, but here you are. Right? It's that kind of energy with the Five of Cups and Page of Wands. There's loss here. There's an underlying element of like, it just hurts. Something didn't turn out the way you'd hoped, you know? There's always layers and levels to each card, but this one feels like hurtful. Just because of such a sweet memories in the past, right? Like like I said, we always have high hopes, right? In any situation that we enter. Nobody's ever like, ooh, I hope this turns out badly. But this is something that you thought you could have bet on, right? You thought you could totally rely on, right? And just it didn't turn out the way you'd hoped. In the challenge position, we have another 5. We have 3 5s here, right? Never mind to say that we have death here as well, but 5s in numerology represent change. Death is like total ultimate change. And that change can represent an ending, but at the very least, it's an ending to the old ways here. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, right? This is chaos and conflict. This is not disagreeing. Whether it's within yourself, I think it's definitely with these other people, person, both, really. But again, 5's always, it's to represent that change is coming. Change is coming, and it just feels like a falling out, a difference in opinions strongly here with these wands, right? Where's your mind at? What you're focused on? You got Justice, clarifying that as the 9 of Cups. You're focused on bringing your happiness back in. Even with the Ace of Wands being your overall energy, like I said, how long can you sit in this energy, right? And now you're just like, there's something that you just want something. Even with the 9 of Cups, it's also like having something turn out exactly how you'd hoped, right? It's like you're wanting to be vindicated here. Something was wrong and you want it to be corrected here, right? Like you're like, amends need to be made, or I'm going to take this into my own hands because I need to worry about my happiness and my sanity. And it's kind of that energy with where your mind is at. Your approach is death and the 7 of Pentacles. You're ready to cut stuff out. You're ready to end stuff, Leo. As hard as it may be, the 7 of Pentacles is an energy of you reevaluating things for the long term. For the long term. For the big picture. Like you're thinking about your whole life here. And you're like, you know what? I've poured a lot of energy. I poured a lot of time. A lot of my personal resource, whatever that means for each of you. You've poured it into not just the situation. It looks like lots of situations in your life. But this one right now, it's got you sitting back and being like, am I going to keep watering these flowers? Or is it time I kind of cut my losses here and let it go? That's your approach. And I think you've changed as well. Because not only are you ready to end things, I think you're ready to even say goodbye to an old version of yourself. Is what it really feels like. In the environment, we have the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. We got 5 5 5, 6 6 6. You know, if any of you are into numerology. But 6s are about, you know, rebalancing things. And so is Justice. 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords. I feel like you're just transitioning away from something in the past. Even with death being there, it's like you're letting go of some old version of the situation or of yourself. And it almost feels like both, honestly. 6 of Swords, 6 of Cups in your environment. And look at the 6 of Swords moving away from the 6 of Cups. As well as even with the situation, you got the Page of Wands looking away from the 5 of Cups. You're starting to move. You're in this state of transition now. You're definitely in the state of transition. It hurts. Like I said, you've got a lot of good memories. You didn't expect to be here, but here you are, right? Here you are. What can you do? Just because we want things to be different, it won't make them different. And that's kind of, you're in that understanding place. But it hurts. And it's caused a lot of inner conflict. But now you're starting to really look at, I don't want to say the silver lining, but Instead of just looking at what's not working in your life, you're starting to think about, let me pour my energy into the things that I want, into the things that are working for me. And then that being said, you have such an invested, committed, stable, and dedicated energy, reliable energy that is coming towards you. Can definitely be an earth sign because we got 2 King of Pentacles here. So, you know, this is somebody who can come in, who maybe wants to invest in you. But again, it's just a very stable and secure energy that's coming towards you, which is nice because when something doesn't turn out the way we hope, it makes us lose hope, right? It makes us lose faith. And with this kind of reliable and secure and stable energy coming towards you, it's going to help kind of feed those positive traits of life, right? So that you do still maintain hope. There is a sense of things that you can rely on. Some things don't change, right? And that's that stable, secure energy that's coming your way. All right, Leo, I am going to leave it there for you. Of course, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If anything resonates, like and subscribe. Thank you for letting me tune into your energies. I'll see you all next week.